Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Trick or Treat Studios Blissfield Butcher Mask from Freaky. We're going to take a little look at this after I unbox it. Well, not really unbox it, more like unfasten it. But still, this is pretty standard. Like, it's not like a deluxe edition wraparound thing. It is like a front-facing mask with just like a strap on the back. A strap that is very thoroughly connected on the back here. This is made by Trick or Treat Studios, who has a licensing deal with Universal, and their deal ended last year. So, this is still available on the website at the time of this recording, but if you're interested in ever getting one of these, they've stopped manufacturing them. So, your time to get them, or get it, is now. Oh, and there's a little bungee thing going around there, so let's just snip this little bungee right off. And now, we'll go in for a slightly closer, more detailed look at this. Taking a closer look at this mask, I gotta say that there are plenty of simple paint apps on here, but there's also a few good details. It's an interesting mix between the two. First thing I gotta say, though, is this reddish, orangish paint. I don't remember it being this heavy-handed in the movie. I feel like there was a little bit of that present, but not to the degree that we see it on this mask. Also, the crack lines are very, well painted. I mean, it's just a simple gray paint. Nothing too detailed, but it does follow the cracks really well. So I got to give Trick or Treat Studios props for that. Even if at times it just kind of reads almost like a Sharpie or like a paint pen. You can see just how like splattered the reddish orange is, but the darkening, like this, I don't think it's a wash, but like the dark kind of grayish, brownish grime that gets into some of these corners looks really, really good. Like it highlights the stone effect, in my opinion, to a good effect. And then it's just worth pointing out the side of the cheek here, how it's a mix of like either yellow or like a light green and a dark green, and the reddish brown. Like there's a lot of mix of different paint colors to get this effect, and I think on the whole that side of the head looks pretty good. So the paint detail on this mask isn't amazing, but I wouldn't expect it to be for a $20 mask. This isn't like a super high-end replica. It is essentially, like a Halloween mask, but a damn good one as far as the sculpt goes. Like, this is nearly identical to how it looks in the movie. There's a lot of specific details, like this cheekbone here, the cheekbone ridge there, this little nook that leads into the mouth corner there, specifically these crack lines. Now, this paint doesn't really follow a crack the way these do, but there is a little bit of a nook right there, and then that follows and becomes a little less in distress. But if you look at the mask in the movie, this is kind of a more distressed, less prominent crack, so that's actually really appropriate. But yeah, this little like mark right here, the nose, even this little notch right there in the eye, so it's not a perfect circle. These are all things that are present in the film. If you pause in like the opening scene, for example, when he like takes that blonde girl and pins her up against the wall and looks at her, you get a really good look at this mask, and you can see that the design, the actual sculpt of this is great. And I don't think the paint really lets it down. Again, if this was like a $50, $60, $70 mask, I'd say, hey, what the hell? But $20, I would say actually the sculpt on this is better than we deserve for that price point. Now, it only has this one little black strappy in the back, whereas in the movie it has like, like a brown leather one that goes across the back, and, it's got rivets and stuff. But even though this is, like that would make it, to me, like a $50, $60, $70 mask. But just having this little black strap makes it like a $20 Halloween mask. And it's the right size. It looks huge, right? Like, look at my head. You can see that my chin is right here where the mouth is. That's how it is in the movie when Vince Vaughn wears it. It is a big mask on him, and I love that this is the same size and the same scale. So, kudos to Trick or Treat for that. I think Tony Gardner worked on the movie, and he's credited on here, so that's cool. Big Tony Gardner fan, by the way. But what I love about this, both the movie and this mask, is if you're a fan of like the Blissfield Butcher, his outfit is really basic in the movie. It is just like a black t-shirt over a black long sleeve cotton shirt. You know, all you need if you want to dress up is like a black shirt, you know, a black outfit. This Trick or Treat also sells the Ladola mask. I mean, and your costume's good to go. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the design of it. I think the paint could be better, but I think for the price point it's justified. Anyway, the sculpt is great. The look is great. I think this will look cool on a shelf, and I think it'll look cool for like a really fun Halloween costume if you're a fan of Freaky, which I am. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this mask. If you want to be up to date with all my latest reviews, be sure to click subscribe.